Yes, very good morning, Eva.
Hi, good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm good. Hi, how are
Ramadan,
you?
it's Ramadan, right? Ramadan Mubarak.
Ramadan Mubarak for you and for your family.
Thank you so much. So, what happened today morning? We'll be having some food before Subh, Azan, right?
Yeah,
What we call for?
Sahur.
Suhoor. And before Subh Azan, there is another Azan, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah, something, a reminder.
yeah, two times. Yeah,
Yeah, 2 times. But people who uh, wake up
it's like
late,
imsak.
yeah. So people who are not aware about it, yeah. I have
Mm.
two guests in my home yesterday. They are very, very sad about. They don't know the exact timing of Fajr namaz, and
Oh,
they heard it that azan, the first one. They were really sad. They said, "No, we
oh,
didn't eat anything." Yeah, first azan. Then they came to know that okay, this is only a reminder azan. Later, second azan is there. So 1 hour difference is almost there. It
oh,
happened
poor.
today.
That's not
Okay.
good.
Yes,
They did
Hiba.
not get to have anything to have.
Later they understood and
Then,
they done, they got.
yeah, good.
I'm just taking my slides about, wait, 1 second. Okay, well,
Mm.
uh, Hiba, can I know your update about your work, all about your work as of now?
Yeah, inshallah, next week I will work on the conclusion. So I have done the chapter 4 and 5.
Okay,
Yeah. And then just, I need to adjust the work, the full project, like add the content, abstract, the conclusion, and make it, looks nice.
okay. So now you have done the initial 3 chapters, yeah? Some
Yeah.
alignments are left.
Mm.
Okay. So now we are having the last chapter. You need to add it.
Mm.
Perfect. Okay. So I wanted to know something related to your last chapter. Okay. The last chapter. In the last chapter, what you will be writing? Can you please tell me?
Recommendation and
Okay.
implication.
Mm-hmm. Then,
a conclusion.
okay, conclusion. So can you please tell me what you are going to write findings?
Okay. So and the findings, yeah, can you share, can you tell me what you mean in this?
What I mean by
Mm,
you're having a findings chapter, right? Last
yeah.
chapter, it includes the findings.
Mm,
What you are going to write under the findings? Please think of
yeah.
2 minutes. Think of 2 minutes.
Mm,
And according to your topic,
yeah.
educational leadership, AI, and etc., what you are
Mm,
going to do exactly the pattern of writing I meant. Okay, think of it.
yeah, yeah. Okay, no problem. Yeah. Let me think about it. Yeah, sure. Mm, yeah, now I understand it's the questions. Okay.
Got it?
Yeah. So at this chapter, we will, at the beginning, as we mentioned last session, we will answer as we base the project on questions that we wanted to have the answers for them. So at this question, at this chapter, we will find the questions for our research and put them into, answer them into the, segments in this chapter, writing the findings, writing what's the implication, how we will solve the problem, how we will, see these issues, how in our project, find, the results for these questions.
Very good.
Mm,
I will give you some analysis about
mm,
your final chapter. Okay. So in the first chapter, let me take my slide. 1 second. Perfect. Are you able to see my
yeah.
slides?
No, nothing.
Nothing you can see. Okay, it's very simple, Hiba.
Mm,
The chapter finding conclusion and recommendation. This is the one chapter.
yeah.
I'm just gonna give you what you are going to do under the findings and the conclusion and recommendation, what you're going to write. So the findings overview is all about, you are going to give a small introduction about the finding section. You're going to write introduction. This chapter is all about showcasing or showing the results from the data analysis. We have processed the data, and this chapter will provide the major findings of my study. That study is this. Okay, that is the introduction we'll be giving. Then you will be also mentioning how findings are structured, which means how you are going to answer your findings chapter. I will tell you how you're going to write your finding chapter. Next slide. Okay. Then you will be giving again some idea about how your data analysis methods used. You're having some data analysis, yeah, chapter.
Yeah.
Either you are maximum trying to collect the information, literature, secondary data, you're answering, something like that, right?
Yeah.
So your findings chapter, you are again mentioning some of the method that used data analysis. For example, the findings one, you'll be having a lot of findings, okay? The findings one can be. It is your way of writing, okay? My way of writing will be like that. I'm writing the major hypothesis of your study or research question or a research objective. I'll be writing first. Then I'm going to write my analysis on the question. Yeah, you're having a lot of question, right?
Yeah.
So you are answering that question based on your findings, based on your analysis.
Yeah.
You're giving little things. Even in the findings chapter, if you found a very important tables or any important statistics and analysis you want to write, you can also write for a supporting evidence. And the third one, you are analyzing yourself. You are giving your observation about the research question, and you are writing, you are commenting it. Done. It's very few. It's not a very big one. It's like a half of the page. Okay. And also aligning. You got some findings, right, yourself?
Yeah.
So that findings you are supporting with any other literature if you want to do that. You are telling, this is my findings, and this finding is supported by many other literatures. This person also saying, another person is also saying like that.
Yeah.
So you are doing the findings one, findings two the same, findings three you are writing the same. Then some of the additional findings, what you're going to write the additional findings, you're answering all the research questions or hypotheses that you developed, which means that find out, you are writing your findings as per the research questions. But additional findings is all about you are writing yourself, your understanding about your project. You done your project, you search for the knowledge, you got a lot of information. Now you are writing your observation about it. For example, the first finding is like this. AI implementation in educational leadership is very crucial since those companies, so those institutions which has implemented had a lot of positive impacts.
Yeah.
Okay, the first one. The second one, there is a higher correlation, positive relationship between AI implementation and the faculty or the teachers or the staff satisfaction levels. So third one, you're writing like AI educational leadership, the best educational leaders contribute the best leaders in the organization.
Yeah.
That is a kind of a findings that you felt out of your studies. You can write it. Okay, then you can also mention finally in the findings chapter, what is the implication of your study? You've done your findings, you've done many other things. Then you're writing what you're going to contribute to the studies. A simple one paragraph or two paragraph is more than enough. Then findings, yeah, this is summary. All you have already written in that. Then it's fine. Then you are going to write the conclusion. Can you please tell me what you are going to write in the conclusion?
The conclusion is going to be the whole project, conclude the whole project in your...
you are concluding all project. But while you are concluding your whole project, what you are going to give emphasize? Your research aim.
Yeah. Aim to the,
Okay,
like,
what is your
the,
major research aim that you will be writing? Yeah, if
yeah,
you are investigating.
yeah. Mm,
Then second one, what is your major findings you will be writing?
mm,
And how you are contributing, your implication of your research that you will be writing. See, read it. Summary of your key takeaways.
mm,
How findings answer the major research questions. Yeah, you're having 3-4 research questions, but how the major research question is that is your research aim. How
mm,
your findings answering that you need to write.
mm.
And finally, theoretical and practical implication of your research.
Yeah.
The theoretical implication, I can tell you, your research work will be used by other researchers for the references later. Now you are using many research work, right?
Yeah, of course.
Similarly, once you have uploaded your work in the university portal,
Mm,
or once it comes to the people hand, they will be also using the same
right.
for the theoretical purpose. The practical implementation is your finding is best used for
Mm,
educational leaders,
mm,
because your findings is very helpful for them to analyze, to understand the importance of educational leadership and
yeah,
AI for the better performance of educational institutions. So you are
right.
going to write that one.
Mm,
Then finally, what you are going to write under the recommendations.
mm.
What you are going to write in the recommendation. Any recommendation, can you please tell me? Think of 2 minutes. You've done your research, almost half of it.
Yeah,
So if someone is asking like, what recommendation you are planning to give to the
yeah.
educational leaders and industry professionals and many other people, what can be? Think of for
It's
2 minutes and tell me.
yeah.
Yes?
Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect.
So let's say first, establishing national AI educational policies, which the government, let's say, establish for AI literacy programs, development for leadership, for leaders, to prepare them for the new trend. Ethical policies also, give them, let's say, a fund for the schools that's in need. Students, not only the schools, also students who needs, to have more access to digital product or technology. Let's say more things. Always get evaluated, always get, audits, and make sure they're in the right track.
Okay. So if you are giving this recommendation to the employees, what can be the recommendation?
That's the recommendation.
Yes, you planning to give some recommendation to your employees,
Yeah.
your colleagues. What will be the recommendation?
First, development, self-development, AI, like trainings, get AI trainings, give them also, because most of the teachers, they don't trust AI, most of them. So they need to build a trust relationship with AI through trainings, through workshops. And then also give them access, give them, the confidentiality to have the access, and also to make sure ethicals and policies are measured and followed during the
very good
process. Yeah.
Very good, very good. So I also wanted to know from your side, are you planning to write like this? First of all, you are writing a practical recommendations based on the findings. You're having already a findings in your hand.
Yeah.
So you are bringing those practical recommendation based on your findings.
Yeah.
Then you are bringing your policy suggestions. Policy means what exactly? Something related
legislations
to?
And
Yes, absolutely. Legislations, the inner part of any institutions, we can say. So industry implications. What are the implications you are going to give as an education institutions as a whole? You're not giving it to any institution. No, you're giving as an educational industry as a whole.
Yeah. From
Then
the government.
Then your theoretical contributions. Okay. Some of the theory, maybe you are re-emphasizing in your research, that you can mention. Policy suggestions can be to the
strategies to
educational
follow.
leaders. Yes, absolutely. Strategy to be followed to educational leaders particularly. Then steps for future improvements or action. You understood presently there are a number of problems, or integrating the AI may be difficult for some of the people, some of the institution. So you are just suggesting how you can further improve our actions. Then you can also mention in your chapter, last part, limitation of your research. Then propose area for future research. What do you mean by that? Future research proposed area means what?
It's for others, researchers, like yeah. So for the future, there is of course so many people, they're gonna search at the same subject, or they need more information. So I'm proposing these information through my research. So it will help. It will give them all the information. Also, it's like open the door to open door to it will open door to do more research regarding this subject. And yeah, it's like that.
Okay, so what you're going to write under the future research scope, or areas for the future research, is all about, you're telling, okay, I done my research on the base of this. I've taken 50 literatures, articles, and statistics, and etc. But now I have some limitations of my study.
Yeah.
You can now think of middle list. You're suggesting to others,
Others.
proposing areas of future studies. Yeah. You're suggesting to others, since you have already done this research. So you're suggesting to others, you can do the similar study as a whole in the Middle East. Now I done the study in the UAE only. And suggesting to others, you can do the study in the Middle East.
The whole Middle East.
Or you can take the study in the global perspective. Or my study is purely on the secondary basis. You cannot do the study in the primary data collection, directly go and meet the people and collect the data, do the statistical analysis yourself.
Yeah, survey and interview.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you can also ask how the AI connecting the employees' well-being.
Yeah.
That's also possible.
Yeah.
So
that's
I
important.
did not directly study employee well-being, the AI. No. So you can also, others can do the research in that field. So
Yeah, I
others can
did
also do,
already.
yeah. Okay, you being a part of it, studies.
Yeah.
So you can do something related to that. We can suggest. This is we call as a
Sure.
direction for the future research. You have to write the heading,
Direction.
directions for the future research. So Hiba, can you please tell me, now you are done with your first chapter, second chapter, third chapter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now you need to move with fourth chapter.
Okay.
So the fourth chapter is all about, fourth chapter is data analysis interpretation.
Already there. Yeah. Funding
yes,
and data
yes.
analysis.
And your fifth chapter is data, findings and the conclusion, recommendations, etc. Okay. Once you're done with, you have almost done with your MBA project. We need to review it for finally submitting it. And that is the part that you have to do. Now, before ending the session, I want to know, I asked you something related to the previous class to, if possible, to read a book, Our Iceberg is Melting. You remember?
Yeah. Yeah, I have done my research regarding the book. Actually, I saw a video about it. Until now, I'm not reading because
which
I'm.
video?
It's on YouTube. It's very nice video, actually.
Can you share it then?
Yeah, I will. I don't know how to. I'll send it to my WhatsApp and then I'll share it through email.
No, you can
I
share
share
here
it here.
itself.
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
yes.
Okay, good.
Because I didn't
It's
see
very
that.
nice.
I have
Yeah.
only read the book.
Okay. Yeah, I will share it. 1 minute. Let me open it first. Okay. Just a second. Okay. Just a minute.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, Mom. But definitely I will read the book, of course. 1 minute. Let me just okay. Do you hear the video?
Yeah, I'm here. But just a second. Sorry. Just a second. Sorry.
Just a second. A second.
Yeah.
Can you hear the video?
No, I cannot hear the video.
Okay, let me. I just paused it, but before you heard anything or not? Now,
Please play this video.
is
I'm
it
not
okay?
able to. No. Can you no thanks? Yeah. Can you just play this?
Okay. just see, just a minute.
I believe
now-
you have to remove your earphone then.
Can you hear it now?
No, I cannot hear. You
No?
need to disconnect. You need to disconnect your earphone. Disconnect it and have to play in your desktop itself.
I'm playing it on my desktop.
Okay, increase the video. Increase the volume.
Volume. Okay. Okay.
Is nearby volume button. Are you able to see?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
play button nearby.
This one, you mean? It's full. Oh.
Okay, then desktop is having, your desktop is also having an audio, right?
Yeah, I did. It's full.
Okay, please, let's see. Or you can make CC, caption write-ups.
CC, I don't know. A minute.
Antarctica.
Oh, is
yeah,
it?
Yeah, now I can hear.
Colony on this iceberg for years, as far back as they can remember. It is their home. They don't know it yet, but change is coming for them. In order to survive, they will need to learn the change management process, one step at a time. When they aren't hunting for creatures in the sea, they spend most of their time with friends and relatives. Except this one, Fred. Fred is unusually curious and observant. He watches the sea and stuffs his observations, ideas, and conclusions in a briefcase. One day, Fred learned something alarming.
Oh boy, I have to do something. I gotta tell Alice.
This is Alice. She is one of the Penguins' Leadership Council members. She is tough and has a reputation of getting things done.
Alice, can I speak with you for a moment? I believe that our iceberg is melting.
Really? Well, show me what you mean.
So Fred took Alice to the heart of the iceberg.
See, Alice? Our iceberg has cracks that lead to larger caves. If the ice melts sufficiently, water will pour into these cracks and caves. If we have a cold winter, the water in these cracks can freeze quickly, trapping water inside the caves. Then, as the temperature goes lower, the water in the caves will freeze too. This freezing liquid will expand in volume, causing our iceberg to break into pieces. This could destroy our home and place us all in great danger.
This is not good. We must bring this information to the Leadership Council.
I'll prepare a presentation to convince them that something must be done.
The Leadership Council consists of Lewis, the head of the council, Alice, Buddy, the handsome, charismatic one, and No-No, a cranky penguin who is responsible for weather forecasts.
Causing our iceberg to break into pieces.
This is wild speculation and fear-mongering. Our iceberg can withstand such fluctuations. Can he guarantee his data and conclusions are 100% correct?
I can't. But if our iceberg breaks into pieces in winter, wouldn't many of us die?
Imagine parents who lost their children coming to us and asking, "Why didn't you foresee this crisis? It was your job to protect the colony." What would you tell them?
If Fred is correct, we only have 2 months until winter to react to this threat.
We must inform everyone. This calls for a general assembly of the colony.
No! It would be very bad to warn them. We don't want to panic anyone. We must.
Yeah. Would you give me a few minutes, please?
Fred went quickly down the mountain and arrived minutes later with a glass bottle.
Let's fill this bottle with water, seal it, and leave it in the ice overnight. Then tomorrow we can see if it's broken by the force of expanding water as it freezes. If I am correct, the bottle will be broken.
Let's do it. We'll meet here tomorrow morning.
The next morning, they found the bottle broken.
Oh.
I'm convinced. We have to do something about this. Let us call a general assembly of the colony.
And with that, the Penguins started the change management process with step 1. Create the sense of urgency.
Clearly,
So,
our iceberg is in
yes,
danger.
can you pause it? Can you pause it? Actually, this video, why I ask you to play, we will be finishing this video here because we have discussed this before. You remember?
Yeah.
In our change management process, we discussed this. first of all, is creating the sense of urgency among the people. Even whenever we are implementing AI in any educational institutions or whatever, the people will not be reacting very positively
Yes.
because we are adapted to a situation where we wanted to be,
Comfortable.
very comfortable, very comfortable. So the first one is create a sense of urgency. Can you please
Urgency.
continue, pause?
Confident we will find a solution. We need to act quickly.
Step was step 2. Pull together the guiding team. A diverse team of 5 penguins was given the task of finding a solution. Lewis, Alice, Fred, Buddy, and Professor, who was the smartest penguin in the colony. Each had different strengths, and together they were the best team for the job. Their task was step 3 of the change management process: develop change vision and strategy.
I've got an idea. Let's move to the center of Antarctica, where ice is thicker and stronger.
We will be too far from the water. How will we get fish?
What about using super glue to hold the iceberg together?
That's very funny.
Look, up there. The seagull. It can't fly forever. It must have a home somewhere.
It could be very lost, but it doesn't seem to be afraid. What if moving from one place to another is just the way it lives? Like a nomad.
I can almost see how we might live. We'd learn to move around. We wouldn't try to fix melting icebergs. We would just face up to the fact that what sustains us can't go on forever.
Our founder had this same idea when he moved our colony to this iceberg years ago. This sounds like our best shot. Let's inform the others.
Their next step was number 4. Communicate for understanding and buy-in. Lewis called a general assembly again to tell all of the new strategy. Since Buddy was the best storyteller, he was chosen to tell the story of the seagull. Then Lewis addressed the crowd.
We are not chained to this piece of ice. Let it melt and break. We will find other places to live that are safer.
Although many penguins were relieved to hear this, many were still skeptical. So Lewis came up with the idea of putting slogans on ice posters to win over the support of the colony. They worked hard to educate and gain their support. Then they moved the plan forward with step 5: empower others to act.
A scout team should go and look for another iceberg. Assemble a team and get ready. Yes, sir.
Of course, it didn't go smoothly at first. Arguments broke out among the scouts, but Lewis dealt with them in a straight and direct way.
The same way, we also having a lot of arguments in our team, right? Someone will not be ready to, because of ego clashes,
Yeah.
they will not admit it, even though they know that the things are right. They will not be ready to accept it sometime. That's the ego matters. Yeah, I've also seen the many people who are very seniors to us. They may be, even though we are bringing some good solution to the problem, they are not ready to accept it. The reason is the ego clashes.
Ego.
Yes. Next one. So the major thing that we can do that empowering others to act. Simply alone, nobody can do that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Lewis told Nona that his forecasting services are not needed at this time. Many of the penguins, particularly the young ones, were scared about the upcoming move. But he asked the teachers of the colony to speak about bravery to these young penguins. He inspired them to come up with Tribute to Our Heroes Day for when the scouts return. Next, they needed to act and make some progress. This is step 6: produce short-term wins. The strong, bright, and highly enthusiastic scouts jumped into the water and searched for a new iceberg that would be good enough for them to move to.
My life was boring. Scouting is fun.
Scouts finally returned. They were tired and hungry, but they were greeted with a hero's welcome. They were given medals and food. They told amazing tales about the sea, about swimming long distances, and about new icebergs they had seen. As happy as everyone was to have this successful trip completed, it was no time to rest. They pressed onward, with step number 7, don't let up. The next day, a second group of scouts went out and found the best iceberg for their new home.
This iceberg has everything we need. A tall snow wall and good fishing sites. During the migration, our young and old can rest along the way on small icebergs.
Let's waste no time. Start the migration before winter hits.
The colony moved to the new home. The move was chaotic at times, but with Lewis's leadership and Buddy's encouragement, they arrived safely on the new iceberg. However, they still needed to take one last step. Number 8, create a new culture. Although the new iceberg was solid and safe, they decided to move again the year after to an even better iceberg. They learned that to survive, constant change must become part of their culture.
Yeah.
We can all learn something from the fable of these penguins. Is your organization safe? Are you sure that your iceberg is not melting? Here is a review of the change management process that the penguins used. Step 1, create a sense of urgency. Step 2, pull together the guiding team. Step 3, develop the change vision and strategy. Step 4, communicate for understanding and buy-in. Step 5, empower others to act. Step 6, produce short-term wins. Step 7, don't let up. And step 8, create a new culture.
Very good.
Think about these steps and how they work for our clever penguins. They can help you embrace change and keep you ahead of your melting iceberg.
So Hiba, thank you for sharing this video because I didn't see that. Even I don't feel that you will be searching and researching that. So very happy for you. I never felt that you will be doing a research. Simply you will be hearing and going. I thought
No, I
mostly students do that because whenever we give a new book to refer, they will not. It's
I have
usually
an application. I used to listen to the books if I'm busy cooking, doing anything. But I searched, I didn't find it because this, time for myself is very busy. So I get, let me check on YouTube and then, alhamdulillah.
very good, very good, very good. Now even I will be also start sharing this video to my students,
Sure.
face-to-face
Yeah.
sessions. So that's also good because rather than reading the entire book, if we don't have a time, we can read it. So
Yeah.
when I conclude today's discussion, change management is a part of our life. Like for example, your case, you're doing this degree at the same time you're doing a diploma. You're also going for a freelancer teaching. You're also managing your family. So sometimes you may feel, yeah, I lost my peace. Yeah, then you're just managing that itself. You're adapting the new culture. You're consistently moving ahead. So result will be there after a long time, after this particular time period. Anyway, so I expect your completion of your MBA project by the next week. Then we'll be just looking into what are the other topics to be covered. We'll be guiding for you for that. Then yes, this is all about.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
happy Ramadan, and do Ramadan and include us
Thank
in your
you.
prayers.
Thank you. Same to you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Also, one more thing. I'm trying
Yeah.
to reach Samna, but she's not responding. She answered that she's traveling or something, and then she said, I'll get back to you soon. But
Once
not
again, I will be texting right now itself before you
this.
entering.
Yeah. Also, I want to know for the ceremony, graduation ceremony, it's gonna be on Cyprus, right? Or
Once again, yeah, yes. Hiba was.
because I need to do some preparation. If it's there, when, you know.
What you asked to Simna? Convocation.
Yeah, for the graduation when it will happen, and also we talked to her last time, me and my husband, regard the account, university account. She said they're communicating with the university and they're trying to get the, acceptance from them to.
Well, I inquired. Joyba inquired about a convocation ceremony and GU accounts, etc. And she said, and she asked,
but no response. I don't know.
okay, I message her. Okay, I messaged her right now.
Yes, thank you.
Let me wait for the reply. Anyway, thank you so much.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Mr. Thank you, Doctor. Bye. Take care.